Breaking news in Yonkers, a large fire burning now under control, but not before sending toxic vapors into the air and creating a hazmat situation.
Again, this is all unfolding at a beauty supply store along Woodworth Avenue. We know train service has been disrupted in the area and evacuations were ordered. Shannon Sohn above the scene at Newscapter 7. So Shannon, what do we know at this point?
Yeah, Mike, this has been a real mess because of those beauty supplies inside the store, but was once fire erupting out of the roof of this building is now just whispers of smoke. As you mentioned, the fire department has now gotten this fire under control, although you still see the smoke pouring out from 143 Woodworth Avenue, which homes the European Beauty Concepts. Now, unfortunately, there are chemicals and bleach fumes here that are emitting hazardous toxins into the air, and that is why they have really evacuated where they could in the area. And if they couldn't evacuate, they asked people to keep their windows closed and remain indoors. Mike, as you also mentioned, Metro North is suspended. You can see the railroad tracks right there between Yonkers and the Hudson River there, because this also houses Amtrak. Amtrak service suspended as well. Now we have Sonia Rincon on the ground who can tell us more about what's happening at the ground level.
Yeah, that's right, Shannon. Because the smoke earlier was drifting across the train tracks, that is why it is affecting that Metro North and Amtrak service. Metro North service between Yonkers and Greystone right now still, and Amtrak service between Penn Station and Yonkers. Those fumes were... At first, it was a hazmat situation that was not a fire that happened at that beauty supply store over on 143 Woodworth Avenue. It turned into a 3-alarm fire because those chemicals essentially combined and combusted. There was some sort of incident where something hit those chemicals. As you know, beauty supply chemicals that can be for hair and nails can be very strong and very flammable. The mayor and the fire commissioner just a few moments ago explained how that happened.
About an hour into the incident, the chemical reaction intensified and created an exothermic reaction, which initiated a fire inside there. Companies worked throughout the afternoon to contain the fire, and we finally have it under control.
Anybody who was upstream, so to speak, of the fire was evacuated, and if there were any issues, we don't see any. We expect that they'll be right back into their homes pretty quickly. We also know that our police department is working alongside our fire department and our hazmat, all doing a great job checking air quality to see when we can get these trains opened up again.
And the police department is also working alongside the MTA police, going into those train cars on the Metro North and Amtrak and riding along briefly to get air quality readings to make sure that nobody has to feel sick on the train from those fumes and that smoke. But again, that fire is now under control. There was one firefighter who was treated for a minor injury, no civilians hurt. We're live in Yonkers. Sonia Rincon, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.